We're here with TNT sprinter and Commonwealth Games gold medalist Jereem Richards. Jereem, welcome home, by the way.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here.
Fantastic. In light of all the coronavirus news that has been circulating around the globe, as an athlete training towards Olympics, as an athlete, one of the favorites to make the Olympic Games, how distracting is this?
Actually, it's not really that distracting for me because as much as I would want for everything to be back to normal and be able to go to the Olympic Games and everything stay on schedule, I'm working and I have the work ethic like it's on schedule. So I don't let the fact that the coronavirus could affect that. I don't let that phase me or affect my practice. I'm gonna be ready to run at the Olympics and to be ready to perform this entire year and keep my training as normal as if nothing happened.
Does it sort of at the back of your mind bug you that when you're in Tokyo and everything that is happening in Tokyo with regards to the coronavirus, does it play at the back of your mind?
Sometimes a little bit. Sometimes I'll question the safety. Sometimes I'll question if it would happen on time. Sometimes I'll question if it would be delayed or not. But at the end of the day, I'm just telling myself, regardless if it happens or if it doesn't happen, I need to be fit, I need to be sharp, and I need to be ready. And hopefully, by the grace of God, they're able to pull off the Olympic Games without any hiccups, without anything going on.
For an athlete, how important is it that the Olympic Games takes place in its respective time from July 24th? You guys would have been preparing for this for years, but you'll be hoping to peak at a certain time.
Yeah, definitely. There's people older than me, there's people younger than me, and this is for some, this might be their first Olympics, for some, it might be their last, and for some, it might be their best chance to ever even make it there, and it's definitely going to play a big role on everyone and affect everyone going into the Olympics. But as I said, hopefully, they'll be able to pull it off, and I'm just going to keep the same work ethic, same way like it was going to happen at the right time.
Track season is about to start. It's pretty much pre-season heading into full season. Full season means that you and other athletes from around Trinidad and Tobago and the globe and the region will be traveling a lot. Almost every weekend you'll be on a plane heading somewhere to some meet. What's that feeling like? And you see everyone with these masks and everything.
Sometimes it's really scary. It makes you more aware of how much germs there's actually around you. But at the same time, you just have to be prepared. Try to be as safe as possible. Clean your areas, your surrounding areas, and just follow everything that the government and that you see, people are saying around the world what you should do, what do's and don'ts. So, hopefully everyone follow by the rules and it just happens and everything just passes as soon as possible.
It's difficult not to follow what has been happening. Are you happy as an athlete, as a Commonwealth Games gold medalist, as a World Championships medalist? Are you happy with what the measures the International Olympic Committee has been taking?
The only thing I have read about what has been said, they're still waiting until May, I'm guessing, to decide if they're going to postpone the Olympics or not. I think I kind of agree with it in terms of wait until then, because if it becomes a global epidemic and it's really something that it's a crisis where it's difficult for people to travel and to where we could just have mass hysteria and widespread, I guess they shouldn't have the Olympics. But if it's something that they could get under control in a short space of time, and from what I've seen, there have been improvements in the coronavirus. Hopefully it would be fine by May, and they would decide that they could pull it off.
Have you been in touch and have you had conversations with fellow TNT athletes about it?
I'm not really fellow TNT athletes, but I've spoke to my coach, I spoke to my agent about it and what they think, and everyone was just as bad as it sounds, we still need to wait until May to be sure of what's gonna happen. So hopefully by that time everything is under control and we're able to go to the Olympics, because it's every 4 years and it's a magical experience. This is the biggest stage of track and field and any sport, in the world. Olympics, everyone has dreamed of going there and competing. So, something like this is a necessity to pull off.
How has your personal training been going ahead of national championships, ahead of national qualifiers that will get you to the Olympics?
Training has been going really, really good, I would say. Strongest I've felt in a while, fastest I've felt in a while, mentally confident that I've felt in a good time. And, I'm just really, really looking forward to running outdoor, to being healthy, and to performing at the best of my ability because I feel really good in practice.
Looking ahead to this Olympics, you've been through one Olympic cycle, you've been through a couple World Championships. You know, how different is heading into Tokyo 2020 for you, having been through these experiences before?
Heading into Tokyo would be a lot different for me because last Olympics I was just a reserve on the 4x4 relay. I didn't get a chance to run. The best, I mean, the only time that they went to the track to practice, I woke up late that one morning and I didn't even get to go on the track. So, this time is my time to shine, I would say. And, to me, it's kind of, I'm counting it as my first Olympics because I'm going to be able to compete in my individual event and I'm going to make the best out of it. I've always dreamed of being an Olympian and competing there and getting an Olympic medal. Has always been my biggest dream, and I'm going to work as hard and do everything in my power to achieve my goals.
In achieving your goals, I know that you've been training extremely hard, but do you think that the experiences from the Commonwealth Games, from the World Championships has built up to this moment?
That most definitely. I believe that, everything in life adds up to something, and the experiences that I've had, the victories, the losses that I've had, definitely going to build up to something special. And I believe that, all things work for the greater good of God, so if I could bring glory to him with a gold medal, I might as well.
Michel Liai, one of your colleagues, one of your very close persons that you would have interacted with when it comes to Trinidad and Tobago athletics. She will not be venturing to Tokyo 2020. How big a blow for Trinidad and Tobago, and have you been in touch with her?
Haven't been in touch with her. I'm not sure if she wouldn't be eligible to compete. We still, the last thing I've saw on the whole situation, they are appealing it. So hopefully the appeal goes through. I've saw a lot of other athletes have been through the same experience that she have been by missing 3 tests, and they got a lesser sentence. So hopefully whoever is dealing with the situation could help her out with that and deal with it the same way they dealt with other people in the past.
Jereem, one of the things in running 400 meters and that distance in athletics is that you have a lot of international competition to contend with, something that you know yourself. You've had to learn that pretty much every meet that you've gone to. There's a Canadian, there's an American breathing down your back. Who do you think is going to be the real threats in the other lanes next to you at the Olympics?
There's a lot of threats in terms of competition. I mean, the Americans, the Canadians, the Jamaicans, South Africans. There's a lot of people. I don't want to pinpoint anybody and say any names because I don't want to give power to any man, but I believe that once I'm on the line and anyone is on the line, it's all equal. And, once you go out there and you're equal and you execute the way you should, I think you should be successful. So, yeah.
My final question to you, I'm going to just end at the Olympic Games. Just the excitement, just the building up. I mean, when you get up every morning so early to hit the tracks and it's still cold and everything, what's in the mind of Jereem Richards heading into the biggest sporting spectacle of your life? As you said, you're considering this one your first.
This is not really a tough question, but on my mind, I always think about the experiences. I try to visualize how the Olympics is going to be upcoming. So I think about myself walking into the stadium. I think about the crowd that's going to be around me. I think about me going through my emotions in the race. And I try to normalize the visualization of the Olympic Games before I'm even there, so that when I get there, my body already knows what it feels like. My body already knows what it is to compete and to become an Olympian. And by that time, hopefully, I would be able to, after that time, I would be able to say I'm an Olympic medalist, so I'm within the visualization process right now.
You might have to visualize running at the Olympic Games without a crowd. One of the suggestions from a British cycling official was to play out the Olympic Games in front of an empty stadium, behind closed doors because of the coronavirus. As an athlete, how do you feel about that?
I was actually recently reading about that, and it's going to be difficult because as much as how safe it's going to be, I think it's going to be hard for people to perform at really high levels with no one there. it's not gonna be the same. Maybe if they try, what I think they could do though, they could try to get athletes from other sports to attend or make it mandatory so that it's not just you running with no one there or half of a piece of a crowd filled there. So it's definitely gonna affect the Olympics a little bit if there's no one there in the crowd.
Jereem Richards, welcome back home. Enjoy it as much as you can. Have a little doubles while you're here, although you're on a strict diet. And thanks very much for this interview.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, man.